Hello, my name is Tyson Bennett. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Academic and Student Services here with Sherman ISD. Thank you for taking this time to watch this brief video. I want to explain a little bit more about the new stadium rules and deal with a few misconceptions that I've heard over the last couple of days. First of all, we encourage everybody to come out to homecoming. It's going to be a beautiful night, wonderful weather. We're getting close to that fall football weather, and it's just going to be a beautiful night. So let me first tell you, our focus on the new stadium rules, or for this new stadium rules, is on the common area and the restroom area. Something that we noticed over the last couple of weeks at the last home game is that we had a lot of students, and these are students that are mostly below high school level, that were loitering in the common areas. We want to take care of that. We want to make sure that adults and other students can move freely to the restrooms, to the concession stand area, and back to the reserve seat setting, general admission setting. In order to do that, we have to have this area clear while the game is going on. We also know that it's all about cheering for the football team, cheering for the band, the drill team, the color guard, supporting the cheerleaders. In order to do that, you need to be in the stands so you can see what's going on in the field to express your school spirit. So the focus is on clearing the common areas, making sure it's a safe and orderly environment. Now let's talk about the bleacher area. Now, the bleacher area for the general admission student section, one misconception that I've heard is that 9th graders cannot sit with 12th graders. Not true. The general admission student section is going to be separated in two areas. There'll be a high school section, and then there'll be an intermediate/middle school section. That's the only difference from the time before. We're only separating it in those two sections. If you're a 9th grader, you can sit with a 12th grader. We'll have a high school section and then middle school and intermediate school section. Another misconception is that you can't stand up during the game. You have to sit down. Not true. We encourage you, express your school spirit in the way that you always have in the bleacher area. You do not have to sit down at all times during the game. We want you to express your school spirit, cheer for the team. That's what we want you to do, just like you've done before. Now, another misconception is that you have to raise your hand to get permission to go to the bathroom. Not true. Not true at all. And it's also not true that you have to raise your hand to get permission to go to the concession area or back to your parents. Here's what we're talking about with permission, and here's why we need to make sure we do this, is that if you need to go to the restroom, as you're leaving the general admission section, acknowledge to the administrator that you need to go to the restroom. Our administrators are watching over the restroom area. Here's the reason why. Every year we survey students and we ask for the places that within the school campus that you feel the most unsafe. And at the top of the list, it's always the restroom area. So for that reason, we need to make sure that we don't have restrooms that are overcrowded and where we have students that may feel unsafe in the restroom area. So we have administrators monitoring the restrooms. So if you need to use the restroom, you don't have to raise your hand to go to the restroom. You just get up and you go to the restroom, acknowledge to the administrator that you need to go to the restroom. They would only stop you if there are too many students in the restroom and it's overcrowded. They would stop and say, wait just a minute, we have some more students coming back. That's the only reason. Otherwise, you can move freely to the concession area, back to your parents. So hopefully I've cleared a few things up. And let me say, high school students, I do understand that high school students had several questions, and I apologize for any misunderstanding. And I want to tell you, high school students, you set the standard for the rest of the school district on expressing your school spirit. And we appreciate that, we acknowledge that, and we say, come out and express your school spirit in the same way that you always have. Just know you're going to have your own section to do it this time. And so we appreciate you. We look forward to having everybody out for homecoming Friday night. Thank you.